Hey guys, this is Sirbot, and today I am fighting with Eddie Gebron I am fighting with Eddie Gebron against Otachi and Invid. And you'll see I actually lost this battle. And so yeah, this one's interesting. The Coast of Claws.
New objective.
So I know immediately that these people are pretty good. And so I go for my usual quick naval build since I am on the top. And Eddie actually goes for all the crates on the land. He runs right through the middle and takes them all. And you see at high levels, I actually consider this to be the strategy. The person on the bottom takes all of the containers in the middle and on the side, and the person at the top or in the middle of the map takes all of the containers they can on the sea. And you'll see for this game that actually means I take all of the containers. So yeah. And I go for alligators, considering this is a very naval-based map, and this area is easily defended, and so is this area, and so alligators are really the only logical choice to destroy bases, really. And I actually do something quite interesting here. I place a gun tower here to go after this shipyard. And you'll see that there's a naval platform up here. And he has gold common defense on, and that's why he can reach my Kaiman from that far away. And I am just continuously having my gun tower fire on this. Try to send my alligator to help it. But yeah. Either way, from this point you'll see that my gun tower actually isn't that well upgraded, about 50%, and so for that reason I'm not actually able to do too much damage here. And the Viking comes out, and this entire plan here to destroy this shipyard here with the gun tower fails. You'll see my teammate is actually going for hawks as well as land. And so yeah, they have a delta here, and they're just basically firing on whatever buildings they can in this area, since they have a small opening. And rocket towers over here. Viking, basically typical for this map, they're going to abuse the terrain by placing naval platforms up here and not allow me to defend this area, so that they can attack any buildings in this vicinity right here. You saw right there, that naval platform is dead too. It was being built. I had to force fire on it because this naval platform up here would actually outrange my alligators. And I can't attack this one because the naval platform would defend it. And so my teammate is actually killing those Vikings with hawks. And you'll see me retreat these alligators. The green player is actually going for Avia. If you can see right there, there's a little bit of an Avia factory showing. And considering that this is a heavily naval-based map, I go for all-out naval. And so I was actually expecting Poseidons to come out from the blue player so that he can like target my HQ and stuff, but it seems like he's actually not doing anything. And amazing hawks. Amazing. Super amazing. Yay. 3 hawks died to these 2 anti-air towers and these naval platforms like pretty fast compared to that Vertex, which was already half damaged, and it actually got out alive. Yay. I love how in this game Hawks are basically like the joke of the Resistance faction, even though they are somewhat useful in a lot of situations. Their fails are so like major that it's just kind of annoying. And you'll actually see here, my enemy goes for a tower push. He decides to actually build a construction yard here and build over the water. I've seen this strategy happen only a few times, but this late in the game, it was very unlikely for this to succeed. You'll see right here my teammate actually sends porcupines and a bunch of units to try to help me defend, and he's building rocket towers and stuff, and I'm building a gun tower here. So yeah. A platform destroyed my alligator, and my teammate is actually target firing the rocket towers because those are the most dangerous part of this rush. My gun tower here gets destroyed, and yeah, you'll see me rebuild that. And so at this point, Eddie is kind of just trying to stay away from that Viking over there, as well as destroy all the buildings being built here. Which I don't really understand why he was building so many buildings here, because he could have built this way, and actually never mind the alligators over here. And since there are jaguars here, this rush is a fail, and my gun tower was finally rebuilt. So there's no way that this rush is going to succeed. I tell Eddie to actually scout here because I want to see what he has as in naval platforms, since I have a pretty decent amount of alligators. This is that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 alligators attacking these 3 naval platforms. Let's see how many come out alive. 3 dead. That's 4. And yeah, I believe that's it. 5 alligators died right there, I believe. No, 4 alligators died right there, and through that attack. And since I was actually able to flank this construction yard attack, I was able to counter his move here and push him back inland. You'll see the green player is actually going for Vertex and Zeus build. Zeus shield, I believe. Yeah. You'll see now that I'm basically just destroying most of the blue player's base, but he has this construction yard here, meaning that he is going to build inland this way, all the way across here. There you go, killing his HQ. And right about now, I was thinking about attacking the green player, but I didn't want to yet, since I didn't think I had enough alligators. And so yeah, I believe that he would be placing a bunch more naval platforms if he could right here. And so I just build up my count to max CP HQ level 3. As you saw before, I said that Otachi actually has he actually has level 16 skill rank, and that's why his naval platforms were so tough in part. And also, now you see I have 16 alligators here. Yeah, 16 alligators, and with that I'm going to try to attack the green player. Mine's here. And Otachi is actually, I believe that Otachi was the blue player. He's actually building across the entire map right here. And here comes the epic battle between those alligators and these platforms. I turn on red actually, because I believe that I have 16 alligators here, and so I totally believe I'm going to completely outnumber him. And I felt like at the time that even red was overkill. But you'll see here that that was 6 naval platforms to start off with. And my alligators are actually dropping like flies. I was able to kill about 5 of those, including a few of them that were being built, but I wasn't able to finish the job. And considering that my upgrades aren't maxed on my alligators, like for level 22, this somewhat makes sense, but it's also super annoying, because upgrades really define this game. Anyways, you'll see right here that both players are actually going for Avia. They're still HQ4. This one's HQ3. And we're actually debating on what to do right now. We think that they are going to camp. And I am going to go for a nuke. So he saw that and he saw that, and so I started building a bunch of anti-air towers here, because I would either place my nuclear launcher here or up this way. That's why I built some anti-air towers up here as well. And yeah, Eddie actually placed his nuclear right here, and there's a fortress there, demining. So yeah, we have to get rid of those so that they don't like ruin our defense completely. You'll see right here that he's actually force firing on these mines, and he's getting rid of them pretty well actually. So yeah, there's still a few left though, and so that actually gives us a bit of an advantage in this fight right here. They have a lot less units than us too, so there's no way they're really going to break through us. And so seeing this, I actually moved my Jaguars out to try to kill these torrents. But the torrents directly target fire my Jaguars, and there's just too many, so I lose 3 of my Jaguars in like 1 strike. So yeah. Anyways, I'm about to go for a nuclear now. There you go. And at this point, I actually believe we basically have game won, because we just destroyed their entire army. We're counterattacking as well as like I'm going for nuclear. And so you'll see me actually start to play blue boosts. Just a few here. Until I realize that this game becomes even more unbelievable than it previously was. So you'll actually see a space strike right there. Space strikes are at us right here. Eddie has a tough time with that, but right here we actually double nuke them. And you'll see these two airfields in the back survived. Eddie's nuclear is actually max, so it's a lot more damage than mine did. And so yeah, we basically wiped out most of the green player's base, except for actually a supply over this way. And I'm going for another. Anyways, I tell Eddie to go for a scout, a hawk to scout them. And I'm going for a nuclear, obviously. And so he sends it out and we see this. And I actually kind of misclicked here. I didn't get both this nuclear, this space strike and this space strike in the attack. And so also the nuclear landed badly, and so it didn't land directly on the HQ, so this space wouldn't have died. So you'll see I actually noticed I made that mistake badly, and that space strike was actually really barely hurt. And so Eddie is just going to attack right through here and try to distract a little bit. And he's going for another nuclear. Here is where the unbelievable comes around. I have another nuclear right here. And now, this is where I start to draw the line with upgrades. Because I have gold common attack on. He space strikes, I'm fine with that. He destroys most of my base with that, including my HQ. So his upgrades are that strong that my entire base plus my HQ dies. But when I attack this right here, the nuclear landed directly on the space strike, but the space strike is still alive. And so, this game is really stupid when it comes to upgrades, considering that my nuclear, which has 5 out of 18 upgrades on it, wasn't able to destroy this guy's space strike, even with a direct hit, on gold. That's when upgrades become like, to the point where it's kind of unbelievable. Anyways, now I'm trying to rebuild. They're scouting, of course. And Eddie is actually making his own nuclear right here. And he has to destroy it for me, which is quite annoying. Because he could have used that nuclear for anything else, like attacking right here to try to break their defenses. But instead he had to use it on the space strike because he didn't want to get space striked. Because a 5 out of 18 nuke wasn't able to destroy that. So yeah, you'll see at this point that our entire line doesn't really exist anymore. We just have a bunch of anti-air this way, and a few up here. maybe alligators and stuff, and I'm trying to go for Avia. Avia to try to kill this space drake. But here I get space striked. And at this point the game is basically over. We don't really stand much of a chance of coming back at this point. But anyways, as you saw before, we actually outplayed them in most facets. Like, I beat the blue player on the sea, and I actually also came up here with 16 alligators, and I attacked the green player. That failed though. And we actually nuked before they space striked. Or, we nuked at the same time as they space striked, destroying most of both of their bases, like, multiple times. But because of upgrades, that space strike survived for so long, and that completely messed with our game. So we really basically lost this game on upgrades, not on actual skill. And it's kind of unbelievable, like, how this game relies on upgrades so much. I kind of think that the pay to win is unbelievable in the upgrade section. You'll see friend gets space striked, Eddie gets space striked. And then, yeah. At this point, the game is already over. We lost. There is no coming back from a situation like this. There you go. Very fun way to lose. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.